Have you ever felt like your past is a burden you can't let go of? Like no matter how hard you try to move forward, something from behind always pulls you back? If so, you're not alone. This is the story of Armin, a young man whose life changed forever when he learned the art of letting go. Armin lived in a small village surrounded by lush green fields and calm, flowing rivers. But inside his heart, it was a different story. He was haunted by his past, mistakes he had made, opportunities he had missed, and words he wished he could take back. Each memory clung to him like a stone, and over the years, he had gathered so many of them that they became a metaphorical sack he carried on his back every day. This sack was invisible to others, but felt painfully real to Armin. It weighed him down. He walked with a slouch, avoided eye contact, and often sat alone by the village well, staring into the water as if searching for a different version of himself. The villagers noticed. They offered sympathy, advice, even distractions. "Forget the past, Armin," they'd say. "It's time to move on." But none of it worked. Armin believed that if he remembered his past mistakes, he could protect himself from making them again. He saw forgetting as weakness, a way of avoiding responsibility. So he clung to his pain, convinced it was the only way to be strong. But in reality, it was only making him weaker. Then one day, a mysterious old traveler arrived in the village. His eyes sparkled with wisdom, and he carried nothing but a walking stick and a smile. Unlike others, the traveler didn't offer advice. Instead, he observed. He saw Armin's slouched back, his downcast eyes, and the heaviness in his steps. One evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, the traveler sat beside Armin at the well. "Why do you carry such a heavy burden?" the traveler asked. Armin looked around. "What do you mean?" he replied. "I carry nothing." The traveler smiled gently. "Your body is free, but your soul is chained. I can see the weight of your regrets." For the first time, someone had understood him. Not judged, not advised, just understood. "Come with me tomorrow," the traveler said. "There's something I want to show you." Curious and strangely hopeful, Armin agreed. The next morning, they walked in silence through the fields until they reached the riverbank. The water glistened under the morning sun. The traveler handed Armin a small stone. "Think of something from your past that still hurts," he said. "Hold this stone as if it were that memory." Armin hesitated, then closed his eyes. A moment came to mind, the time he let down his father when he needed him most. He gripped the stone tightly. "Now," the traveler continued, "throw it into the river." Armin looked at him, confused. "What good will that do?" "Just do it." He tossed the stone. It hit the water with a splash and disappeared. Nothing dramatic happened. But something inside Armin shifted, a tiny crack in the wall he'd built around his heart. The traveler handed him another stone. Now another memory. And so it continued. Stone after stone, memory after memory. The time he failed his friend, the insult he never meant, the love he lost. With each stone, a part of him felt lighter. His breathing slowed. His shoulders straightened. After the last stone vanished into the river, Armin stood still, staring at the rippling water. "How do you feel?" the traveler asked. "Lighter," Armin whispered. "Free." The traveler smiled. "The past is like these stones. We carry them thinking they make us strong, wise, or safe. But really, they just weigh us down. Letting go doesn't mean you forget the lesson. It means you trust yourself enough to move forward." Armin nodded. He finally understood what no words had ever been able to teach him. That day, he walked back to the village a new man. The well still stood there, the same as before, but he no longer needed to stare into it. He smiled at people. He stood tall. And most importantly, he stopped adding stones to his sack. So if you're carrying a burden today, a memory, a regret, a hurt, ask yourself, what would happen if you let just one of them go? What if healing doesn't come from holding on, but from releasing? You can't rewrite the past, but you can stop it from writing your future. Remember, your story isn't over. It's just beginning. Let go, move forward, live free.